Hey, what's going on, whiskey, bourbon, scotch enthusiasts?
Hey, WBSC, Bill and Chad here.
We're going to do a quick review of the coveted Pappy Van Winkle 15-year-old bourbon. There's a lot of hype around this bottle. Since we started the Facebook group, we've seen countless posts over Pappy Van Winkles. So we're going to do the 15-year bourbon. Last month we did the Pappy Van Winkle 23, which was a great bourbon, and we look forward to pulling this steel off and having a taste. So how about we get to it?
Let's do it. Well, Chad's opening up the bottle there. I'm going to throw out there that Chad and I went to Kentucky a few years back and shared a pour of this with our good friends Eric Parks, Scott Lasowitz, and Bob and Diane Johnson. It was my first experience with Pappy, and the Pappy 15 was absolutely phenomenal, and I expect this is going to be phenomenal as well. As you can see, my glass says Pappy on it, not because it's just meant for Pappy, because my grandchildren call me Pappy, but we'll skip that for now and see how this tastes.
First off, cheers, Bill.
Cheers, Chad.
As always,
WBSE.
bourbon's meant to be shared amongst friends. These bottles, a lot of people like to sell them because of all the hype around it. The MSRP, I think, was suggested at $99 this year. I've seen in stores where they're fetching $1,000 plus. On the secondary markets, they're definitely getting upwards of $1,000. But something we stand behind is a bottle's meant to be open and shared amongst friends.
Not flipped.
Not flipped. So let's see what the hype's all about.
While Chad noses, I'm going to give you my opinion of the nose. I'm getting oak forward on it. A nice sweet oak. Some raisins. Dried fruit like cherries, maybe a little pipe tobacco. Caramel and vanilla. Maybe a little orange peel in there.
I get a lot of the same. I definitely get the caramel, strong caramel presence, followed by like kind of like very smooth, very mild vanilla. And you had said something about the citrus. I'm definitely getting some sort of fruit. I'm not sure if it's an orange peel or a tropical fruit of some sort, but it's definitely some sort of citrus sweetness to it. The tobacco, I'm not certain, maybe a little bit of leather for me. It's definitely a very good nose. Quite a bit different than the Pappy Van Winkle 23.
Quite leggy in the glass too.
I was just looking at that, the color of the glass. I'm using a Canadian Glencairn. It's my preferred choice of glasses. But the color is really rich, very copper, amber color. The legs just roll down the glass beautifully. Shall we taste it?
Mm-hmm.
Let's do this.
Wow.
Very, very oaky.
Mm-hmm. And I got some cinnamon up front too.
It has a very classic Weller slash Pappy profile where you get that buildup of heat right away. It starts off very light, but then boom, it just bursts.
I got a burst of like caramel popcorn.
Very much. A little buttery caramel. I mean, very, very tasty.
Really long finish.
Definitely get that Kentucky chew out of it.
Mm-hmm.
All in all, I'd have to say this is really tasty. Is it worth the $1,000 hype?
No,
I don't agree either.
but it's a great bourbon if you can get it at retail. Maybe even a few hundred above retail. But
I
not,
think
not
I paid.
$1,000.
I paid slightly above retail. I think this clocked out with 9% tax. I think it was like $145, which really isn't bad. Like I say, the MSRP I believe is $99. I'm pretty certain of. So $140, yeah, I'd definitely pay that again. I'd probably pay a little bit more if
Yeah,
I saw
it's
it on the
worth
shelves. We all know how hard it is to come by Pappy Van Winkle. It takes, you know, personally for me, this is the first 15-year-old I bought. It took a while to develop a relationship with the store owners. So that's something we've talked about on the webpage, and of course we talk about in the Facebook group, is developing your relationship with the clerks at the store, the bars, so forth and whatnot when you're out hunting for these things, because they are definitely really hard to come by. As most of you already know that. I mean, you chances are not going to find one of these on the shelves at or near suggested retail price.
It definitely doesn't disappoint, though. There's no question in my mind. This is every bit as good as the first time I tasted it. And Chad and I are doing this ad lib, and we haven't even discussed this at this point. But I'm going to throw it out to him and get his opinion. We rate on a true 100-point scale. So, Chad, what's your opinion on where this rates on that 100-point scale?
Well, the nose is fantastic on this, and this hits a lot of the flavor and the nose. The proof is 107 proof, which to me is a sweet spot for my flavor profile. Kind of like the Old Weller Antique. Mm-hmm. It's a very sought after bourbon. You know, people call it a bottom shelf maybe. That's right on point with it. The taste profile is very, very nice. It really sings to me. I would probably give this a pretty high rating. I would probably, on the WBSC scale, I'd probably go with a 94, easy.
I'd go a little higher. I'm going to go 98 on it.
That's a great score, Bill.
Yeah, I love the Pappy 15. I always have.
It's a wonderful bourbon. It's a must-buy if you see it at retail. I wouldn't pay crazy insane prices for it. I think the max I would pay is probably about $300-400, and that's really pushing my limit personally. I think at $99 or around that ballpark area, I think it's well worth it.
Absolutely.
I think it's a fantastic bourbon. I can't really say enough. I just want to sit here and enjoy this pour. And once we finish this video, our friend Wayne, Eric Hewitt, who owns the Cove, where we're at right now, New York, Pennsylvania, the bartender, we're all going to share a pour, because that's what this is about. It's sharing a quality bottle with quality people. It's not, I can make a few bucks, put that in my pocket. You know, this stuff is meant to be shared with people and friends.
Right.
And
so, as Chad said, big shout out to Eric for the Cove Whiskey Bar in York. If you're local and you haven't been here, stop in. He's got quite a selection.
Great selection.
We appreciate him letting us use his venue to record our video. And with that, we're going to say cheers, WBSC.
cheers, Bill.
Enjoy. Cheers.